Good morning. So today's Monday and I have a ton of work to do today. Yesterday I had a rest day. I didn't work out because I worked out the 2 days previous to that. I worked out Friday and Saturday. And also on Sunday I was invited for dinner at my friend's house. So we had like a get together with friends and she cooked for breakfast. We kind of had like a brunch. It kind of was a cheat meal because we did have bread and like jam and all that. You know, I think we even had some bacon. So that was kind of our cheat meal or cheat. It wasn't like a huge cheat, but you know, wasn't like totally super healthy. And then for dinner, obviously I went to my friend's house. So when you're invited out for dinner, it's kind of hard to keep up with your own eating routine because yes, it was a home cooked meal, but it wasn't, you know, there was a lot of carbs in there. I think the salad dressing was not homemade, so it was like, you know, really kind of fatty. And it's just, you know, what are you going to do? I mean, I'm not going to be like, oh, no, I can't eat this. No, I can't eat this. Like, I just think that's so rude. I mean, I know it's like hard when you're on a diet, but, you know, I just try to minimize how often I go out for dinner. It just isn't how I would eat, you know, like I eat a lot of raw stuff and I eat like smoothies and like, you know, things like that, just really fresh ingredients with minimal fatty stuff in it. And you know, you guys have seen how I eat, so it's kind of hard to expect other people to cook for you in that way. So that means that today I'm just going to have to be really on track. Oh yeah, and I'm also trying out this new camera, so let me know how the picture quality is for you guys. So for tea this morning, oh yeah, do you guys like my nail polish? Woo, isn't that a pretty color? It's P2, I think it's called Think Pink. I think this morning I'm gonna go for this premium grade of Earl Grey. So I was in a tea store and they had Earl Grey and they had different varieties of Earl Grey, and I was like, oh, well, what's the difference? And they said, oh, it's the quality of the tea leaves. So I went for the most expensive one. This is what top grade Earl Grey looks like. And you can see how the leaves still have like a little bit of a greenish tint to them almost. I mean, it's black tea, but that's why I started buying loose leaf tea, because when you buy the tea bag stuff, it's basically the runoff. Like when they process this tea, I went to a tea factory in India, and so I learned how they actually make the tea. It was like on a tea plantation. And what they do is when they produce the top grade quality of tea, there's little like runoff that comes out of it. So little like chunks of, you know, leaves that have broken and stuff. And that's the grade that they use to make the tea bag leaf tea. So if you guys are tea drinkers, I totally recommend you guys to start drinking loose leaf tea. It makes such a big difference. It's so much better than the tea bag stuff, honestly. So today I think I'm gonna go exercising together with my boyfriend, because he likes to go exercising with someone else. He just, he's not probably as motivated as me, so I try to help him in things, you know, like motivating him to go exercising. So today I'm going to go, I think, when he gets home from work. I decided to do a dairy-free smoothie. So on the bottom I've got about a glass of water, and then I've chopped up one whole apple down here. I've got a whole banana in there somewhere and a whole orange minus the peel. And then I also put in a bunch of spinach. So this is about 2 handfuls of spinach. I've got a chunk of ginger in there, and then I've got flaxseed. There you can see some of the other ingredients. This is the protein shake that I'm using. It's especially good if you're on a low carb routine. So I've got 2 scoops of this. This is the sweetener that I like to use. It's Stevia, which is made out of a natural plant extract. Added a little bit too much stevia. It's really sweet, so I'm going to add half a lemon in there. So I just dropped that in. Let's put it on low. So today is a very green smoothie, and I think that's because I didn't add any of the red fruit. It's really frothy. Might look really strange to people to be drinking something like this, but you really can't taste the spinach. I mean, it really depends on what kind of green stuff you put in there. You can try kale too, although I think kale has more of its own flavor. Like spinach really doesn't have much of a flavor, so it just incorporates more green vegetables into your diet, and you really honestly can't taste it. Good stuff. I really love ginger in smoothies. So good with ginger. Okay, so it's about 3 p.m. and I haven't really eaten lunch today because, you know, when I don't do a workout, I'm just not hungry. So listen to your own body. If you're hungry, eat. If you're not hungry, don't eat. It's really that simple. Sometimes people are hungry when they're actually thirsty, so make sure you're drinking water all the time. So now I'm actually hungry. It's like 3 p.m., but I don't feel like making myself a big lunch. So I'm going to make some hummus and just have some veggie sticks with that. So hummus is like one of the easiest things to make. All you're gonna need is chickpeas. So I like to just get the chickpeas that you can buy already ready in the can. So I usually use like 2 cans. I like to make a whole batch of it and then just store it in the fridge. This is 250 grams of chickpeas. So I've got 2 cans of those in there, and then you're gonna need the juice of 1 whole lemon. And then you're gonna need some sesame paste, which is called tahini. So it's basically just ground up sesame seeds. And then you're gonna add about 2 or 3 large tablespoons of that to that mix. And then you're also gonna need some extra virgin olive oil, and I also added 2 tablespoons of that to here. And then I just add a splash of water so that it's easier to blend. And then you're also going to need cumin, and just add a dash of that. And then I like to add salt and pepper to here. And I always like to add chilies because I like my hummus to be a little bit spicy. So I just added some chili. You can add Tabasco sauce as well, or like any kind of hot sauce. Or if you don't like it, just leave it out. So that's pretty much all you need. And then you just mix it up together using either a blender or a food processor. If it's too thick, you can always add a little bit of water if it's too thick. Here's my finished hummus. Super, super easy. I always like to have some of this on hand because it's such a perfect, healthy snack. And I am just gonna dip it with this vegetable. And I honestly don't even know what this is called in English. It's a cabbage. Here in German, it's called kohlrabi. So it's a cabbage that's like solid inside, and you have to peel the outside of it because it's kind of tough. And then inside, it's this really tender vegetable that's really, really crispy. So good. And it's actually super healthy too. It is now like 5:30 and my boyfriend just got home. So we're gonna go on a run together, and now it's freaking raining. Worst weather ever. I've got a little hood on my jacket though, so that's fine. It's just, it's not nice. It's like, when is it ever gonna be spring? So we ran about 10 minutes or so, 10 minutes I think. And we reached this little bench where we always like to do our stretching and stuff. So I'm gonna go do that in a second. But I was just thinking, while I was running here, I was like, oh no, the rain and stuff. I was just thinking that that's like a good example of, you know, like, don't let rain, or don't let something like, oh, you got a little bit of muscle soreness, or you got something, don't let that stop you from going out and achieving your goal, right? I mean, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna be like, oh yeah, it's raining, so I'm gonna give up my dream of getting in shape and stuff because of a little rain? I mean, just think of it in the long run. You're gonna be so much happier and healthier if you go out and do it, because you're always gonna find excuses. If you know, there's always an excuse. If it's not the rain, it's something else. So don't let that stop you. I'm lost. So we just got back from the run. We went for about 40 minutes, and I was really running for most of that, so not very much walking at all. I think I'm gonna take a shower later because I want to take a bubble bath and just want to take like a nice long bath. I'm gonna cook dinner, or we're both cooking dinner together. So we're making asparagus tonight. So this is going to be dinner for tonight. So it's a bed of arugula on the bottom, so you can see the green. And then this is white asparagus that we just quickly made. I have an asparagus salad recipe on my channel, and I used green asparagus for that. So this is basically just the same recipe, just using the white one. So this is my view right now, and it is so awesome. So I also want to say thank you to everyone who's been leaving really supportive and really encouraging comments on these videos. I love the fact that you guys are getting motivated by these summer fit videos, and that it's like, you know, motivating you guys to get out there and get active with whatever sport you do. And make sure to follow me on Twitter, and you can also tweet me with the hashtag summerfit, and that's a really good way how to also interact with other people. You can do a search on the hashtag and you can kind of see what other people are doing, and I like to retweet the occasional summerfit tweet that gets tweeted to me. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna end this vlog here in my lovely bubble bath, and I'm gonna do some reading now in the bath, and then head to bed, snuggle into bed. I'll see you guys very, very soon for the next video. I hope you guys stick around, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you then. Bye.